Hey guys, I'm Jared. It's TVU's Most Wanted, and Spoken is hanging out with me on the show today. What's going on, gentlemen?
Hanging out.
We decided to make you guys stand because the last time you were on TVU's Most Wanted, if you remember that, you were sitting over there and you fell asleep actually during the interview.
I'm sure I did.
You remember that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel hard.
We were talking though about nervous twitches, and it's actually good to move your legs while you're standing, because if you don't, you pass out.
I've heard of that, but it's something that I'm realizing as I'm getting older, that my legs are always moving, and it makes me feel like I'm so not interested in anything anyone is saying that I'm just like,
It can be true though at this point, but you've just told me that now. So if I see you like looking away and like moving your legs, then I'm gonna feel self-conscious.
Well, I wasn't gonna bring it up, and you did right off the bat, so might as well talk about it.
So man, it's been a while. How's Spoken? How are you guys, man?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Yeah?
Really good.
New album's out. How about that?
Finally. It's really strange. It feels...
It's not real.
Yeah, we're still kind of like, is it? Maybe? I don't know. But it's out. I mean, it's out a few days now. So.
Why does it feel weird to have the album out?
Because it was so long in the process, and I don't know, I guess we thought over and over, it's like, when are we actually going to get it done? And so it's done, it's out, and a new chapter can begin, and it's just, you kind of get used to that, working towards getting the record done.
Sure.
And now that it's done, we have to get in the mindset of like, okay, now let's promote
Starting over, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, we got Spoken on TVU's Most Wanted. We'll talk to them all about their new album coming up, so don't go anywhere. So the new album is out, and it has been a while. Why don't you guys give us the Reader's Digest version of what's been going on over the last few years? Like, what's Spoken been up to? What's the process been like for this new album?
Go ahead.
I mean, last time we were here, we were just like in the middle of writing it. Like, really kind of early stages of getting the whole process going. I remember we were just about to go to Europe too, and so we did all that. But I mean, we've just been touring nonstop, and then so it's been hard to like get some time in there to write it. So it's been just that from then and even before that till now, the whole time it's been a process of writing, recording, and stuff. Just because we have to make our way into the studio in between tours, getting together and stuff, because we all live in different states. And so I mean, it's been forever. It's just been a long process. So
when was the time that you guys were like, okay, now everything's kind of together, we can hit the studio? Like, when was that period?
I don't know if that ever happened.
That never happened.
Okay, so it wasn't like a normal recording process where you spend like 6 weeks in the studio.
It was all just in and out, in and out. We would hit it when we could. Kind of thing. And we were writing the whole time. We were, back and forth with our producer, and it was a crazy process, but we're finally here and done.
Yeah, we didn't get to do what everyone else normally does, like where it's like, okay, we're taking 6 weeks to write, 6 weeks to record, and 3 months we'll have a record out.
I'm happy that we did it how we did.
Yeah.
I think it did a good thing for our band. I think we really came out on the other side a better project.
I feel like a lot of bands say about albums, they're kind of a snapshot of where they were at the time. So like a few years later, you look back and it's like, we're different people now.
Exactly.
A record that was written over such an expansive time. Like if it was written over such an expansive time, do you still get songs like that where you look back and you're like, oh yeah, I'm not kind of like really there in my life right now? Or was it more of a timeless thing because you spent so much time going over different songs and rewriting and like spending time in and out of the studio?
Well, I think with there being 2.5 years of the writing process plus the 2 years before we even started the writing process, that's a lot of life that happens in that. Luckily, a lot of the things that we've gone through as individuals or a band, those have passed, you know what I mean? And it's made us, more so who we are now. It built our character, and that was great and everything. Those are lessons that we learn. But even the writing process of the songs started from a place of bitterness and confusion. Not about us as a band or our career, but dealing with people, And so then over the course of that 2.5 years of writing, recording, touring nonstop, some member changes or whatever, it brought us to this place of from bitterness and confusion to grace and redemption. So the record became a concept because it was a journey over 2.5 years. And this band has never been in a place where we're at now, and it is an amazing thing.
Awesome. Right on. Well, the new record, It's phenomenal. It's so good, guys. If you haven't picked it up, check out the shop page at TVUlive.com. It's called Illusion. We got more with Spoken on the show coming up. So after spending all that time writing, recording, it's finally out. What's your guys' favorite songs on the album? Let's hear them. Go down the line. Favorite track. You gotta pick one, man. I know it's like picking between children, but...
Calm the Storm.
Calm the Storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
One song. Remember the Day holds a special place to me, I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
I like Remember the Day too. Remember the Day or Don't Go for me right now.
Okay.
Maybe.
Right on. So 3 could be different songs. That's
that will change in a week. That doesn't matter. We're really attached to all of them in some different way, shape, form. I haven't even heard some of the songs, so I don't know.
So I know that some of the songs you guys had when you were originally writing this album got the axe, right? They didn't even make it onto this album.
Yeah.
Why not? What happened to those songs?
I mean, that whole thing of it being a long time, a long process, and we've been in school learning how and why to write songs a certain way for the past 2.5 years.
Really? Okay.
And that's a great spot for us to be in. I mean, our band has been around a while. But songs that like we released early on, like we released Dagger. When we first wrote that song, we're like, that's it. That's Spoken's song. We can't top it, you know?
Okay.
And luckily and fortunately, we were able to top that song, and so it doesn't need to be on the record. There are stronger songs.
Wow.
I mean, we play it live, and we still love the song, but we even re-recorded the song. We re-recorded Dagger in a different way. It's a little different, but it still was like, no,
not good enough.
We don't need it.
That's a good place to be in, right? Yeah. Where at one point you think a song is like the best, and now it doesn't even make it on the album. That's good.
Yeah, and like I said, that could change. I mean, anything that we talk about, like next week, it could be, Dagger's my favorite song ever.
That's fair. That's fair. So are you guys playing new material live, I take it? Like the Spoken catalog spans quite a bit. So how do you decide what to play live at this
It's not hard right now.
Yeah, right now we're playing all new songs and just really trying to push this record. I mean, it's been such a big part of like what the band is now and what we've been doing that we just want to kind of showcase what's going on now, and we're just excited about doing that. So.
Sure. Now, you told me that you're already at the point where you're like, I need to start writing new music. But you just released this album.
Well, yeah, I just think we're all still in writing mode.
Okay.
I mean, because we were in writing mode for so long, we recorded every idea we had, no matter what. No matter if it's me with a drum idea, or Oliver with a guitar idea, Pei with a vocal idea, like a melody or whatever. We recorded everything, because that's what we were told to do by our producer. He's like, just keep everything. There's not a bad idea. There's some bad ideas. But, you know, and so we're in this thing where it's like, one, we cannot get laxed and not start the writing process immediately. Another is like, we're all in writing mode anyway. You know, so it's kind of like, hey, let's start demoing some stuff. And so that's where we're at. I mean, obviously we have a lot to focus on with the record we have now.
Sure.
But we also don't want to lose the momentum mentally, you know, of the writing.
Yeah, right on. All right, we got Spoken on the show. More's coming up, so stick around. It's TVU's Most Wanted. Let's talk a little bit about videos, because from what I know, you guys released a lyric video, but it looks a heck of a lot like a music video with some really sweet graphics. Which one is it? Is it a music video or is it a lyric video? Because if it's a lyric video, I think you guys like went way overboard. And if it's a music video, it's like, wow, right on. So which one?
Both. It's both. I mean, we shot a video while we were in Europe back in the fall, and that was the whole thing of like, let's don't do something just ordinary. And so the label started talking about it, and Oliver's like, I'll try to do the lyric video. And so that's what we did. We wanted to kind of set a different standard of not just videos for us, but I mean, maybe for other bands too.
Sure.
Like, I mean, and plus it seems like lyric videos online at least are getting a lot more views, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, he spent a ton of time on it, and
so you did all of the actual lyrics,
yeah,
the title and all.
Yeah.
Man, it looks really good. Like, it's really well done. And normally lyric videos are just lyrics moving around, but you guys did like a whole video. It's sweet.
But that's what, originally when they first started, like, dude, hey, how about a lyric video? I'm like, a lyric video? Because normally it's the image of the album cover and the lyrics pop up occasionally.
Right.
I'm like, no, why would we do that? Like, we froze ourselves to death in the rain, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say, that looked like a really, really cold time to shoot it.
It was a cool process. I mean, we got cut for time, like all this stuff, and it really rained and all that stuff. But in the end, I think it was a good move. I mean, even I was not about it in the beginning.
Okay.
I was like, man, what? I don't know. But whatever, you know, if management and label, they're stoked on that idea, cool. But then they talked more about what it would actually be. And I'm like, that could actually really be sweet.
I think it turned out sweet.
It was cool. It was definitely not my idea, and I'm stoked that I was persuaded.
Good. So new album's out. I take it you guys are touring. What else is coming up for Spoken? What's going on? What's next?
Do it. Well, on March 6th, well, we're wrapping up a release tour right now for the record.
Yes.
It's us and a band called Rest from Georgia.
Okay.
And then on March 6th, we leave with Volbeat and Danko Jones for 5 weeks. It'll be the biggest tour we've ever been on.
Awesome.
And so I don't know. We were really not sure how to feel about it because it is such a cool opportunity. You know? So it's just another one of the things in this process that we're really fortunate to be able to do. And so we've got to focus on that right now, on that tour, and just see what lines up for the spring and summer.
Sure.
So
if people want to keep up, find tour dates, all that jazz, what's the preferred method?
Google. Just Google.
Hey, Facebook.
Facebook, spokenmusic.com.
Yeah.
But if you Google, you can find all of that.
Yeah, maybe some things that you didn't know or something like that.
That's great. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me on the show today. Always a pleasure.